In a recent move that has sparked concern, Representative Pramila Jayapal, a Democratic congresswoman from Washington, has called on Trump administration to provide clear answers regarding the sudden revocation of student visas and the withdrawal of legal status for foreign students in the US. Well, this situation has left many students uncertain about their future, as these actions have taken place unexpectedly and at a very critical time, often just weeks before their graduation. Jayapal's demand for clarity centers around the cancellation of student visas and the removal of students' legal status, and that too right in the middle of their academic program. She raises questions about the number of students who are affected and the reason behind these visa cancellations. The action has created a lot of uncertainty, by the way, as students are unsure whether they can remain in the country to complete their studies or whether they face deportation. The controversy began when the US government, through its Student and Exchange Visitor Information System, revoked the visas of hundreds of students and withdrew the legal status of thousands more. The SEVIS system is used for schools to verify the immigration status of the students. And you know what? The reason behind these cancellation was to link to students alleged being involved in the campus protests or appearing in the National Crime Information Center database. However, some of the charges had either been dismissed or they were never proven. Well, this left students caught in the limbo, unsure of whether they could continue their studies in the US or not. Jayapal's letter, which was signed by over 130 other Democrats, addressed two major US government agencies: the Department of State, which handles visa cancellations, and the Department of Homeland Security, which has the power to detain or deport students whose visas have been cancelled. Jayapal pointed out that this sudden change is damaging not only to the students, but also the US universities, which are now seeing their campuses turn into places of fear rather than places for education and innovation. The uncertainty surrounding student visas has led to almost 100 lawsuits from students across the country who are now fighting to restore their legal status. Some students have been forced to self-deport, which shows the gravity of the situation. In fact, according to DHS, at least one student has already left the US as a result of these changes. Jayapal argues that the action taken by Trump's administration seems politically motivated and are creating unnecessary fears on the campuses, specifically for international students who already face many challenges living far away from their home. In her letter, she warned that this could actually hurt the reputation of US universities, which rely on international students for diversity, research, and innovation. The issue is much bigger than just few students. It raises important questions about immigration policy and how they can impact the educational system. Now, if these visa revocations continue, it may discourage future international students from coming to the US, harming the country's reputation as a top destination for higher education.